Hello Bibliophiles, this is Shraddha. Welcome back to my channel. My love for this book right here, Frozen Hearts and Death Magic, is no secret. I love this book so much. Like, I've already read it 3 times now and I just love it. So I believe the next step was getting in touch with the author, and I did. The phenomenal author of this amazing and my favorite book, Dayleitao, gave me the opportunity to talk to her, and it was so much fun. The whole chat is here for you guys to watch, so I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Okay, that's all I've got to say. Keep watching. Please welcome the phenomenal author, Leitao. She's the author of my favorite book, Frozen Hearts and Death Magic, and I'm so excited to have you here today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. You're too kind.
Okay, so now I have a question. I have some questions for you. Are you ready to answer them?
I hope so.
My first question for you: what has influenced you the most as a writer?
I think reading, right? I used to read since I was a little kid. My grandfather had this huge library, like 4 walls with books, and I went to visit my dad, and sometimes like I would spend like a month and I would read. But I was reading mostly like 19th century adventure novels and Brazilian literature, a little bit of Portuguese literature. I don't have the same background as a lot of Anglophone writers, which I think is good. It's good. It's good to have some variety. And I also watched, I liked Star Wars, a little bit of Star Trek, some anime, lots of things like that.
That's great. My next question: do you like audiobooks, physical books, or ebooks better, and why?
I like ebooks because they're easy. I don't need to try to scramble for a bookmark. I can lie down and read them like this. I mean, I know I can do this, but then I have to be holding the book, and I can carry a lot of books, and it's instant. I just love them. I got my Kindle e-reader, and I love it. And audiobooks, I started enjoying them when I started doing them for myself. It's great to see the book come out, come to life. Sometimes not in the way that I would do it, but it's kind of cool to have it something different. So they're fun, but physical books are pretty as well, right? But when I'm moving, I don't like it in those boxes. Like, no. Yeah.
I so agree with that. Okay, my next question: what behind the scenes tidbit in your life would probably surprise your readers the most?
Surprise. I used to play in bands, but I don't
Oh,
think it's surprising. I don't know. Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something but then it would be urban fantasy, which I'm not a huge fan with a little with bands and stuff. Because I sometimes read books that have people that are in bands, like Cassandra Clare's. They have Simon who's in a band, and he doesn't behave like someone who's in a band. Sorry, I love the books, and I would love to. So maybe one day I'm gonna do that. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. My next question: what is the funniest typo you have ever written?
I don't know that. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
That's all right. My next question: if you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
Introvert, quiet, creative.
Yeah, I totally agree with creative, because Frozen Heads and Death Magic was so great. Like,
Thank
after
you.
the Cruel Prince, I really wanted Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I really wanted something not completely like that, but at least something similar to that. And I just love Frozen Hearts and Death Magic, especially how the story just keeps on, from one character to the other, then the other, the multi-point of it. I loved it. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for writing it.
Thank you. Yeah, I love multi-point of views. That's something that Cassandra Clare does. I still like him. I love those books, and I love it very much because you get so many different interactions, and also you leave one and then you go to the other. I also loved The Cruel Prince. I love what she does with the lore and the folklore, which I'm not doing. I just said these are different, I'm doing my own thing, and it has a very different feel, I think. But it's okay. It's okay to be different, right? I guess that's the whole point.
Oh, now I'm curious. Do you like Cassandra Clare? Because I totally love her.
Yeah, she's my favorite YA writer. Yeah, definitely the multiple point of view, third person past, that's something that's a Cassandra Clare influence. Even though she's writing urban fantasy, and I'm just saying, bashing that Simon doesn't sound like he plays in a band, but I like it very much.
Great. Okay. Now I have a new round. It's called This or That. I'm going to give you two choices and you have to pick out the one you prefer.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Coffee. I only drink tea when I'm sick. It's medicine for me, but coffee. I love coffee.
Paranormal fantasy or sci-fi?
Sci-fi.
See the future or change the past?
You can see the past and then change the future. So I would like a combination of both.
Okay. Time machine or magic wand?
A magic wand, I think.
English or maths?
Ooh, I love both. I was math. I'm gonna go weird.
Okay. Science or history?
Again, that's oh God, science.
Which part of science exactly? Biology, physics, chemistry, what?
Not chemistry. I hated chemistry, but I love like physics and astrophysics. I had been reading with my son books on astrophysics and the universe. That's why I love sci-fi so much, and the idea of discoveries, and it's it feeds your imagination and stuff. And I loved like experiments when I was in school. And history I love. It's fascinating as well to learn about the past. But I remember I had to memorize dates and names, and I hated that. Whereas science was this, wild, crazy thing. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, my next option, question, whatever it is. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate, of course. I love chocolate. Chocolate is amazing.
Dragons or unicorns?
Dragons.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Puppies or kittens?
Kittens. I love cats.
All right. Now, for all those people who are watching, we are approaching a zone which might contain potential spoilers for Frozen Hearts and Death Magic. So you're thoroughly warned. Don't blame me later on. Okay. Okay, now this is something I was dying to ask you because this is my favorite part of this whole chat. Okay. What was the inspiration behind, uh, sorry, what was the inspiration that led you to write this book?
I wanted to write something about family. I was looking at my other books and I realized I didn't have the family is there. They're not necessarily dead. For the most part, they are. Sometimes they are, but there isn't a lot of thing. And I wanted to do something with family. And I was thinking about these, mistakes in the past that come and haunt these people. So it means that I actually started with the parents, and then I had this other idea about, a girl rescuing an enemy in the woods, and I kind of mixed them, and it was kind of weird in the beginning, like to put these things together. But it ended up working well together. So I had that, I mixed a bunch of things, and then that's why I had the family thing, and then I said, oh, maybe I could do it a little bit like telenovelas, which you're gonna talk about people from different age groups and many characters, and a lot about I guess the inner world. I don't know. There are some tropes that are there that I said, oh, let me do it because it's gonna be fun. So yeah.
All right. My next question. What scene did you find most difficult to write?
For this book, it was difficult. I was having a lot of difficulty. I think I was struggling a little bit with what to do with River and then the flashbacks. It wasn't difficult, but I wasn't sure if it wasn't, I wasn't even sure if I wasn't gonna keep them all. But I ended up with my beta readers, most of them liked them. So it wasn't hard in the sense that it came out easily, but I wasn't sure. I was really unsure. And it's hard to write when you're not sure what you're doing, you know? It's strange.
Okay. What character, according to you, was most difficult to write?
Character most difficult to write. I think it was River, yes, because I in the beginning I didn't know much about him. When I started to write, I wasn't even sure if they were this enemy they were gonna be elves or they were gonna be fae. I didn't know. And then I said, okay, just write it and see what happens. And then I wrote the first scene and he opened his mouth and I said, that's a fae. Because, you know, the way he's playful and there's something playful and trickster about him. So yeah.
All right. Who's your favorite side character?
I love Lady Celia. She's so horrible. And it was fun to write it. And I also like Venard because he is, I think he's this wild card, you know, that uh, it's not that I don't like I like the character, but there's something about him that I found interesting. Yeah.
All right. And my last question. What is your favorite scene from the book?
I like the scene between Fel and River for some reason. It was a scene that was in my mind for a long time, and I thought it was going to be very funny. And I thought it was funny, so I think it was a scene that I liked. Yes.
To be really honest, since we all know that Fel loves Naya, I was half expecting to River and Fel have a fight, like a physical fight when they were running away. But that didn't happen. Like literally, I was like, oh my god, they're just gonna fight any moment now. But I think the way that it turned out was much more better because it shows that how much Fel was willing to do for Naya. So yeah, I totally
Yes.
love. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? If I ever had a brother, I better have a brother like Fel because he's the sweetest person.
Yeah. Well, he does attack him, right? He pins him on the wall.
Yeah,
So
that was not exactly what I was expecting. I literally was expecting way, way much more than just that. In the end, he does let him go, but wasn't expecting him to let him go.
yeah, I see. Yeah, but they're both very powerful, right? If they fight, that's gonna be they're gonna I don't know what they're gonna do.
If River and Fel ever fought, who would win?
I don't know. They're pretty evenly matched. Even though River seems a little weaker, but he's very fast. He can. It would be an even match, I think. Yeah, it could go either way depending on luck.
I'm hoping Naya doesn't interrupt because she would. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And okay, now just out of curiosity, if Leah and Naya were ever to be compared based on their strength, who was more powerful?
They have different powers, right? Naya is much stronger and she knows how to fight, right? She knows how to hunt, she knows how to um physically she's stronger, but then Leah can just, summon whatever, she has this weird connection. So I think they're not equally matched in terms that in a fight, a real fight, Leah has no chance. Like poor girl, she just doesn't. But in terms of power, they're both. Yeah, they're. I think they're all evenly matched, which is kind of cool.
That's great. I was half expecting that River would be more stronger and Naya would be more stronger than Leah, but that's much better. They're all equally balanced.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
think. Thank you so much, Day, for your time. It meant so much to me. Thank you.
Thank you for your questions. It was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. First of all, I have to thank Day for giving me the honor of talking to her. It was so great. It was an amazing experience. Thank you so much, Day. And thank you guys for watching this video up till the very end. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And if you did, then do not forget to smash that like button and also share this video. Also, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notifications, because yeah, how will you get notified? Also, it's a bell icon if you don't know, in any case. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see you guys really soon. In the meantime, please stay tuned.